Hello, hi everyone. My name is Dr. Priyanka Saukar Navle. I'm owner of World Class Dental Clinic, which is located on FC Road. Today, I'm making this video. I am big fan of Shrikant Jiskar sir. He was the one who actually started the diet plan we are currently following, that is Dikshit diet, which is the most popular diet. I will say everybody is following it. So I had gone through his lecture. It was almost like 2 hours and 10 minutes lecture. I've listened to that. Was the first lecture when actually I've listened twice, thrice. There's so many important things he told us about the diet, the food habits, and exercise, and it was so unique. Like we talk about taking supplements, sometimes antioxidants, but nobody explains why. Okay, so there are few things which literally stuck me, like it was new things for me. So basically what he told, I want to tell everything in detail, but not as much detail he told. Just to I've shortened, actually I've made a few notes whatever the lecture he has taken for Pune Fitness also. And it was like shocking news that he died very early in his life because of accidental death. Otherwise he would have created so much of awareness related to diabetes and fitness and health wise, like what exercises we should do, what type of supplement we should take. He was one of the most brilliant man. So today I just want to share how he has started and what point wise how he has explained everything. Hope you will like this video. We'll continue. So basically what happens when we eat, when we take a first bite, at the same time insulin hormone is released in our body. So it is like biphasic. Okay, that hormone is secreted again after a span of 60 to 65 minutes. So what Dr. Dikshit has told us, like we are supposed to eat within a span of 55 minutes, right? So we have to finish when the first insulin, like suppose 20 units of insulin is secreted our body when we have taken the first bite. That time we should start eating, and we should finish it by 55 minutes, after 55 minutes, so that second phase of insulin release does not occur. So why it is so important? See, if we are taking our daily routine, early in the morning we are getting up, we are having a cup of tea or coffee, 20 units of insulin suppose it is released in the body. After a span of 2 hours, I'll say we are going for the breakfast, again it is released. Then after span of like for 2 hours we go for the lunch, again it is released. After 4 o'clock, like around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, we have evening snacks, again it is released. And in the night we again have food, and it is not likely we are eating in a one go. Most of the time what we do, we eat food, we take a break, and then we go for a dessert or ice cream or something like that. So overall insulin released in body, sometimes the requirement of insulin, it is not that much. What exactly happens when we eat and insulin is released? When we eat, insulin is released in our body. So whatever glucose we get from the food, insulin is try to store that extra glucose into the fat cells. Okay, so there are basically two hormones which work exactly in opposite. Like insulin, it is storage hormone or saving hormone, we can call it as an anabolic, and the glucagon, which is exactly works in opposite side. Like suppose you are not eating for longer duration, so that time if you need energy and insulin levels in the body are almost zero, glucagon will be released. So this glucagon will work on your body fat cells and try to take out energy from those fat cells. It will burn the fat. So that mechanism is very important. Nowadays we are forgetting that in the dividing that meals so many times, short duration, there is too much of insulin in the body. So Shrikant Jichkar, he told that ki, insulin, when there is excess of insulin, there are chances it might lead to diabetes. Then how it happens? See, for that also he gave very nice example why basically insulin is there in our body. So for 6 lakh years we stayed in the forest, okay, and for this 10,000 years we are having this proper civilization system. So when we stayed in the forest, there were we used to hunt for animals or something, okay. So in the morning we used to have food, go for hunting, then have food, and the night also. So sometimes there are phases in during that period that we were deprived of food. In that this thing, our body is adapted that whenever we are eating food, it has tendency to store that food stuff, store that glucose in the fat cells. So if next day we are going for hunting and we are not getting anything, that time the glucagon will release, use that extra glucose which is stored in the form of fat, and will utilize for the further work to provide us energy. If we are not getting food for next 4 days also, the glucagon do the work. He will try to burn that fat and produce energy so that we will survive. So that mechanism was there. We were eating for 2 times. Then recently we have started the more civilized, we have become more frequent, we have started eating, and that's the reason nowadays all of a sudden there is peak in increase in diabetic cases. So for that also he have mentioned that Hemsworth, one scientist was there in 1940, he has studied that insulin is reason for most of the chronic illnesses, which includes BP, increased triglyceride levels, increased heart problems, and his work was almost neglected for 60 years. 1940 he has invented that, like Hemsworth, and his work was totally neglected because that time blood tests were not readily available. But in American Association of Heart, in recently, like I will say 20 years back or 25 years back, they have approved the work, and they said, even they invented that insulin is the main reason for most of the heart condition, okay. So we have to minimize the insulin secretion. So how to minimize it? By reducing the intake of food multiple times and eating in one phase when there is insulin release. So it is basically simple. So what Shrikant Jichkar has suggested for such a diet plan, he has told, if you can't avoid breakfast, go for high protein breakfast. Eventually you have to shift for 2 times eating only, that is one meal and one major meal and one minor meal, okay. Eventually you have to reach to that stage, but at the beginning try to take breakfast which will have only protein and no carbs at all, like egg white or something like that, which will have a very means it is mostly high protein breakfast, okay. So eventually what you are supposed to do, you have to have 2 meals, that is one will be your major meal and one will be your minor meal. Initially you can eat anything during that 55 minutes in major meal also and minor meal also, but after few days when you get used to having 2 meals per day, monitor your major meal as well as your minor meal. Try to decrease the carb portion, increase it by protein. Eventually you have to go on low carb diet, increase your protein intake, and you should have fat also, okay. So if you are doing this and one minor meal, suppose you feel hungry most of the time in the morning hours, or you need more energy during morning hours, the morning meal should be major, and evening meal which is like most of the people they eat and after 1 hour they sleep, so mostly in the night we don't feel like eating something, okay. That time evening meal should be minor. In that you try to take some protein, some salads, and reduce down the carb portion at all if it is feasible. So once you start doing that, 2 things will happen. overall daily insulin release, what was there inside your body, will reduce down drastically, since you are having only twice. That too, you are eating in a window period of 55 minutes. Again it will reduce down, because biphasic, this thing, only in the first phase insulin release, and second phase you are not giving a scope, because your meal or lunch is finished by that 55 minutes. So that is another thing. So overall insulin release will be very less. Since suppose 7 o'clock you are eating your evening dinner, so it will get over by 8 o'clock around. So 8 to morning around 12 o'clock, if you are having your food, again there are 16 hours of fasting. During that period, when morning you are getting up, going for a jog, going for some exercises, that time glucagon will release and try to burn out that extra fat. So it is that simple, and in simple terms he has explained everything. So basically we have to reduce the insulin secretion by eating within that 55-minute period twice, so that we are reducing insulin release, and second thing, we are giving scope for glucagon release, which will be burning our extra fat which is stored in our fat cells. So both ways we are going to reduce weight. Okay, so this is the basic funda. Again in that he has added few things which are very important, and I would really love to share it. The first thing about, he told about antioxidants. We all know about antioxidants. So basically according to him, he said there are three major antioxidants. First one, vitamin E, vitamin C and beta carotene, which is a precursor of vitamin A. So now these three you should take. So vitamin E, 400 international unit is enough. Then beta carotene, 50,000 international unit is enough, and vitamin C he told 2000 milligrams. That is, if we go for that Limsi tablet, it is 500 milligrams. So he has suggested 4 tablets. Okay, so now why antioxidants are so important? Whenever we are breathing or taking oxygen inside, why oxygen is required? To produce the energy. It goes inside the cell, right? Once it goes inside the cell, after 24 hours it does get involved in the other cell cycles which produce ATP, generate energy. Okay, that time there are some free radicals where the electron is missing. We all know electron, proton and nucleus of the cell. So whenever there is free electron, the electron revolves everywhere. Okay, it revolves everywhere, and such electron, they damages the cell wall. Once too much of damage to the cell wall has occurred, there will be increased cell debris. Once there is increased cell debris, this cell debris will make a cell division, because that cell can't survive alone, it will divide. Okay, the original cell will die and the new cell will remain. Then that cell cycle will go on. So we have total 100 cell cycle, means each of our cell can divide 100 times. We don't have more than that. Okay, suppose we are creating extra debris, we can't avoid it. That time what we should do? We should take supplements, antioxidants. These antioxidants, vitamin E, beta carotene, vitamin C, they flow inside our blood, and they provide that extra electron to that cells where it is needed, so that there won't be any cell debris formation. By doing that, if there is no cell debris, there won't be any cell division. By doing that, we are prolonging cell division. If we prolong cell division, the longevity of our life increases. You got my point? So it is explained in such a simple terms by him that I totally understood the concept of antioxidant. Otherwise we just take the supplement without knowing exactly what is going on, right? So that was the one concept. Then again, the third important thing he told, along with, suppose we are taking now a dietary precaution, or insulin is minimized, then glucagon is released frequently in our body, we are taking these supplements, at least this basic supplement. Along with that, we need magnesium. Chromium is also required because it is important for metabolism of insulin, and we can either take folic acid also, multivitamin tablets, so that all supplements will be there inside our body. So this is one concept. again the third thing, we have to give sufficient work for our heart, that is we called it that cardio, because heart is a muscle, right? So when we are performing cardio, that for that also he has suggested whatever your age is, you have to minus it from 220, okay, and the 85% of your age, that much heart rate you should generate while doing cardio, and that should be sustained for 20 minutes, then only your cardio is sufficient. Most of the time we go for a walk and we say that I've done cardio, so it is not like that. See, suppose your age is 40 years and you have to minus it from 220, so it will be around 180, and 85% of that will be around 150 155. So your heart rate should be 155 at that level when you are doing cardio, and it will be minimum for 15 to 20 minutes, so you are giving your heart proper exercise. That was one of the most important thing I've ever heard about the cardio. That was I mean it was nice. So that is the one thing. Another thing he told us, apart from cardio, there are 3 exercises, form of exercises you should mostly focus, that we all know: strengthening, stretching, and impact exercises. Now impact exercises, you all must be knowing why it is so important. Whenever we give impact, the bone erosion stops, and there are more chances of bone deposition, right? Like after the age of 40 years, 0.2 to 0.3% of bone mass is reduced from our body. That is because of the bone erosion, okay? Suppose we have to prevent that, minimize it at certain extent, we have to give our body some impact exercises where some impact is occurring on our joints, muscles, bones, so that there will be bone deposition. And especially for females it is very critical, because at the 70 years of age, in females they have reported there is 25 to 30% of bone mass reduction, which is huge. So we have to focus on that also. Second thing comes strengthening exercises. We have to do proper with the loose weights or with the weighing machines. We have to do the weight exercises so that muscle strengthening will occur, and eventually the bone density will also increase. And the last but not least, the stretching exercises. We are supposed to do some stretching exercises so that there will be proper mobility in our joints. So he has suggested cardio, stretching exercises, impact exercises, and strengthening exercises. So along with all this, like you are following proper diet, antioxidants are taken regularly, and you are doing all these exercises in these 4 forms, then you are taking care of your body. And again he has mentioned one more important thing. It is not the part of diet, but it was very nice, so I just want to share. He shared one thing, like these diet plans are not for the people who are up to the age of 24, okay? So he has given a very nice example. Most of the invention, most of the things why we should not do at early age, because that time estrogen levels and testosterone levels in boys and estrogen levels in girls are so high. There is no need of going for such a diet plans. The hormones will itself take care of their body. Though they are eating more, it will be utilized somewhere for the production of hormones and the growth of their body. And for that he has suggested one thing, that Indian culture, we are not allowing our kids to express and to perform, because according to him, he said, he gave so many examples, like all the major inventions, like Shivaji Maharaj, whatever achievement he had done, it was before the age of 30 years. Akbar Badshah, Ashoka, then even he told Edison's whatever the patented he has done, it is before the age of 30 years. Even Darwin, he wrote his all thesis, hypothesis before the age of 30. So that is the most productive year, where you are biologically, physiologically, and every aspect you are in that thought process, you can actually change the world. So that was one important message he gave, and it was very nice. And for adults like us, he has given one clear cut indication, though Because of the accidental death he couldn't survive more, but he has given one clear cut indication to all the parents like us. When you are in your 30-40 years and you get, means you have kids, your kids have right on your body, it's not you. So you have to nurture your body, because you have to support them in physical form. You have to be there so that one day when they need their parents, we are there, healthy, fit and fine. That's it. So hope you like this video. Bye bye.